They're typically haphazard. They're typically things that just came up. But what's interesting about that too is as the leader and leaders, you've created that culture. Whether you meant to create it or not, it's the culture that you've created. What I'm asking leaders to do is take a step back and to pause and reflect on the culture they want to create, and then take the steps to transform what has organically been created to what they intentionally want to create. And that's where the book came from.
Now, was this book based on your dissertation research too?
Good question. It wasn't based on it, but there was a lot of information that I gathered during that dissertation process that wound up going into this book. So one of the things, so my dissertation specifically was on the role of leaders in creating organizational DEI, right? So I looked at the emotional intelligence, I looked at the skills and knowledge that's needed to actually create DEI. But in my research, one of the things that really showed through was the importance of the executive leadership team in creating those spaces.
Yeah.
Again, oftentimes things kind of come up organically. So it's one thing when a lot of your DEI work is kind of grassroots and your employees are asking for things, as opposed to the leader saying, here's why this is important to us, what is important, why it is important, and aligning behaviors to those things that they say are important to them. So what the research really showed is that you can't create, whether it's DEI or something else, you cannot create those things without the direct express influence, direction, guidance, buy-in, support of your executive leadership teams.
That makes sense. That makes absolute sense. I really appreciate you talking a little bit about your dissertation, and as someone that's still in academia and have doctoral students, and it's always nice to have examples of how you can take a portion of your dissertation
Yeah.
and make it actionable, because sometimes they do sit on the dusty shelves of the library or on ProQuest or wherever they are out there, but so to be able to take parts of that. And so I really appreciate that.
So let me just stick to that because, like you said, you have a lot of dissertation students. As you're doing your research, you're going to find things that are fascinating, right? Even though that may not be the core of your dissertation study, you're going to find things that are interesting to you. Go back and revisit those things later when you finish your dissertation, when you finish school. Go back and look at those things. And there, there are going to be a lot of things that come up that you can drill down into more deeply and create systems around or articles, books. So yeah, don't just put it on the shelf. Go back and think about the things that excited you as you were going through your research process and revisit them.
Thank you. That's such excellent advice and such a way to innovate from your dissertation. So I love it. So could you give us those 5 steps of the shift? How do we put those into practice?
Yeah.